Well, hey guys, and welcome to another episode on our Tribulation Soldier ebook series as a situation report as to where we are at the moment. And if you're watching just for the first time, my name's Stephen Birnie, and I'm the author of the Tribulation Soldier series. And again, at the moment, we really are building this online platform for our new and sort of future readers to enjoy, which includes 4 YouTube channels, and of course Facebook and Instagram, even kids YouTube channel and all those sort of bits and pieces, so we really hope you enjoy it when this sort of time comes. But at the moment, as always, we're still building. I'm still sort of struggling through a little bit of surgery recovery and PTSD and stuff like that, but at the same time, out and about trying to film videos and rehab and all those sort of things, so we'll see where this takes us. Yes, as always, guys, I just want to say, we're thinking of you if you're being adversely affected by the coronavirus at the moment. I know that we're getting through it, we're getting there, but still seems to be a talking point, still seems to be in the news. We're still not there yet, And, I've said in the previous Sitrep that we've got friends from, places like Pakistan and India, Nepal and things like that, and they've been affected quite badly. And of course, we've helped as much as we can there. But, a lot of these guys are, wages at the end of the day, day labourers and stuff. So, I find it a little bit difficult to complain about our situation sometimes, when you sort of see what they've sort of went through and what they're doing. But it will pass at some stage, and of course, even just on a sort of business level, it's been very different for us, I'm still recovering from surgery, obviously, and we're still building this platform, but even then, there's been so many times where we've really had to put a tremendous focus on the kids. And of course, we've worked all the way through this whole thing as well with the child daycare service that we run from the house here, so it's been quite a time. So I just hope, guys, that it looks like we're having so much fun in our videos and all that sort of stuff, and it's great fun for the kids, just keeping it nice and normal. But guys, we're thinking of you every day. We're going to get there at some point. We'll get there at some point. Yeah, so that's the summer kind of past with now here in Scotland, and we see quite a change in the weather, and things really begin to sort of change in the seasons. We're doing less and less wild camping, which is something we really got into this year for our Birnie Family YouTube channel and Birnie Family Fun, the kids channel, and getting out fishing and doing all these sort of various things, But the seasons change, so we're kind of moving at the sort of colder months, the autumn, moving at the colder months. And really now, guys, I'm sort of at the stage, where I'm really needing to get this house finished, and we'll be doing a lot of DIY videos, for the months and stuff. It's really helped with my rehab. It's been really, really good to be doing all this work on the house and stuff, But as we're moving forward, as we're building, we really need to get a bigger place. This house has served us well for now, but of course things change, and we really need something more. And one of the reasons for that is actually to do with sort of wild camping and things like that. And we find in Scotland, a lot of us are very proud of Scotland, we're so beautiful and looking after the place and stuff like that, But because of lockdowns and, this wild camping and all that sort of stuff, there's been a real influx of people who are trying it for the first time or whatever, And, some have created mess and left stuff behind and, made farmers lock their gates and access roads and all sorts of stuff. And I've just been amazed over this whole coronavirus season, when a lot of people have been wild camping, the amount of gates that are up now in places that you never had before. I could take the 4x4 up there, and we could go up in, and we could go on the quad bike and all that sort of stuff. But now it's sort of stricted right up, and it's very, very odd. You just, places you're so used to going to before just are locked gates, So the big plan of the Birnie family at the moment is looking for an old farm. And that's something we have an abundance of up here, just where we are in the northeast coast of Scotland. And it really gets to that stage now where, we need a bit of land, nothing major, not like a 40-acre farm or something like that, but a decent sized old farm, And obviously with DIY, it'll give us loads of opportunities to videos, but it does open all that up for quad biking and the dirt bikes and all these different things that we do. We'll have our own space, we can just do it the way we want to do it and stuff like that, So we've got a bit of work ahead of us now. But that obviously means that, we got to get this house finished. And like I said, guys, it's really served us well. We're close to relations, we're close to the big shops, we're close to the school and the high school for the kids and all that sort of stuff. And it's very convenient where we are. And, obviously a lot of that stuff still goes on. but we really need to move on, you know. And one of the other big things really has been Emily's horse. You know, she's been doing a lot of horse riding lessons. She's been very, very patient. And, you know, now, instead of, you know, sort of buying a farm at the minute, which we obviously can't do, we're going to lease some land off of our local authority upside a friend's house, which is about, I would say, about an acre, maybe an acre and a half, a grassland for the horses. And obviously, guys, you know, you look at horses and you think they really are quite expensive and stuff like that. And it's true, yeah, there is that sort of expense there. But we've done it in such a way where we're renting off the local council, which is actually very cheap. It's not a big thing a year. And when it comes to the horses, we're looking at a place called the World Horse Welfare. And they rehome horses that have been bad used, you know, and not looked after. And all you need to do is, I think it's between 50 and £100 that you give, and you know, you end up getting the horse. You know, they check out your land, they make sure you're up to speed with everything and everything's good, you know. But it means you're basically getting the horse at a very, very low price, you know, which is excellent. And you know, obviously with this land, there's no buildings on it, so we have to build like a stable, a temporary sort of stable structure with a, you know, like a hay store or something, you know. But you know, Emily has been tremendously patient. You know, our kids aren't like that. They're not like, oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, and moaning at you all the time. They know, you know, we have to do things in order. There's only so much we can do. You know, there's only so much money we have and stuff like that, you know. But she's been tremendously patient, done the lessons, done everything she really needs to do. And that's really cause for reward, you know. So I think we take over the land at the start of November, which isn't far away now. By the time I share this Sitrep, and hopefully once we get that ground up to scratch, we'll be able to get a horse or a couple of horses in. And what Emily's keen on doing, which I think is brilliant, is getting like maybe like a 4-year-old horse or a 5-year-old horse that's, you know, it's good to ride. But she also wants to get what I think they call a companion horse. You guys that know about horses will know more about this than me. But a companion horse, again, probably quite a bad used horse, maybe a little older, you know, maybe got a little bit of issues. The horses will go well together, obviously, but Emily is so keen on that rescue stuff, you know. And we've done that quite a lot over the years, you know, when rescue dogs and cats and various different things. We like the rescues, you know, we like doing things like that, you know. But it just feels like it's getting to a point where this is just too small a setup, you know. And the places we used to be able to go, we just can't go now. The gates are locked, you can't get quad bikes through and all that sort of different things. Because a lot of things that have happened, there's a lot more laws and restrictions in Scotland. We have a thing called, I don't know if they call it rambling rights anymore, but basically you're free to roam. You know, there's no privacy as such, except somebody's garden or a yard or whatever, you know, but you are free to ramble. And but when it comes to the wild camping and it comes to quad biking and various things like that, things are getting really, really tight. So again, I think an old farm just west of the town, we'll have to wait and see, but the west of the town would be the place to go. And of course, in the meantime, we've got that field for Emily. We'll take out the lease for however long it's going to be, and you know, we're going to get the horses up there for her. Yeah, so we focused on the kids quite a lot over the summer period, obviously. You know, we've had big lockdowns, you know, where we've been at home all the time. So we've done quite a lot of stuff for the kids, you know, there. And of course, you know, with me recovering for surgery, I'm still sort of just trying to do what I can at the minute. But obviously, we've just come off the back having a big summer with the kids. And filled up their Birnie Family Fun YouTube channel with quite a few videos, actually. But yeah, so, you know, talking of rescues, we sort of moved on to another rescue, and something the kids have wanted for quite a long time is reptiles. Emily really wanted this snake, you know, this snake. And of course, David's like a gecko or something. And we thought, all right, that's cool, you know, it's not a big deal, not hugely expensive, you know, I'll make the vivariums myself and do it in a budget like we always do, you know. But we went away through to the reptile place in Aberdeen, which is about 70 miles east of here. And David was looking at geckos. Emily saw her snake straight away. This is what she wanted. And David was looking at the gecko until there was a bearded dragon just up top. And I asked the lady, and the lady said that these were all rescues. They'd either been bad used, you know, I call it bad used, that's the only sort of thing for it, really. Or, you know, somebody took on the pet and got scared of it. Well, Spike, the bearded dragon that we've got now, he was bad used. It's just such a flipping shame. And the people that had him before were scared to pick him up and stuff, you know. But Sharon's pretty good with reptiles. Never really realised that because we've never had reptiles, you know. But she just dived into it, you know. And Spike, the bearded dragon's now just our wee boy. He's still a little bit skittish, you know, obviously. But, you know, we've got him into a really, really good routine. Speak to him all the time. He's, you know, when I'm working, he's right there, you know. He's right there and I can chat back and forth to him and stuff like that, you know. So that was that. So Emily got a corn snake. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful corn snake. And David obviously went for the bearded dragon. And I think the only mishap we've had was that the corn snake went for Emily. It's just a little thing. It's about a foot long. And a bit of you know, novice on our part. You know, you could see it on the camera afterwards, but it was getting quite agitated. You know, running through the fingers. And this hadn't happened before, but it just went and grabbed Emily. What a scare she got. You know, it's not sore, just a bit of pressure. But that sort of scared her. I thought, oh man, I hope this doesn't put her off. But she ended up just a couple of days later picking it up and playing again. I was so proud of her, and I thought that's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so I mean, the animal sort of thing, you know, again, this is really moving into our Birnie Family YouTube and our Birnie Family fun, you know, really sort of moving forward with these things so we could do some really cool videos, you know. And it's strange how it all works in, you know, because when I was ill, when I came off the breathing machine and that month in hospital, rehab is just going to take years. It's just the way that it is physically, mentally, emotionally, you know. I'd find that, you know, I had to sort of rebuild what we had, you know. The car was off the road, the boat was gone, the bikes were, you know, sitting in the shed, and we didn't have any animals at the time, I don't think, because I just couldn't walk dogs and do all that sort of stuff. So in many ways, you know, that rebuilding has worked for rehab as well as YouTube videos and all sorts of stuff. You know, it's given us quite a lot to work with. And yeah, I mean, like I said in the last video as well, you know, that I'm having fun with the kids, and it does look like we're having loads of fun all the time and all that sort of stuff. And that's not really the case. That's on video. You know, I have my bad days and my good days, and you know, even just like the time of filming this, I think, you know, just this past week I've been nowhere. My brain's just been absolutely nowhere, you know. I could sit and chat now, but, you know, to start this video, it was like, come on, you know, just couldn't get a start on the video itself, you know. But, you know, this is what's really helped me, though, you know, with the PTSD, is having that fun with the kids. You know, having that fun with them, building their YouTube channel, spending time with them and all that sort of stuff. You know, so when I really look at it, although it was a horrific time and I'm still trying to recover from it, it's given us so much, you know, as a family. It's given us so much. Yeah, so what else is happening? Yeah, you know, going to get cracking with a lot of DIY in the house and stuff like that, you know. It's not many videos that I can use because obviously, you know, we've done carpet fitting videos before and tiling and various things, you know. Like probably the big one is the bathroom, is for me to take out and refit the bathroom and make it in such a way, you know. And hopefully then it's quite a desirable house and a desirable area for a family. It'll, you know, this house will go and we'll be able to move on hopefully next year. But, you know, I've certainly had that feeling of, you know, I almost died like 4 times in the past 3 years, you know, from the surgery's gone wrong and stuff, you know. And it does give you, there's no doubt about it, it does give you that sense of, I don't care anymore. You know, I'm going to do what I want to do sort of thing, you know. And what I mean by that is that you sort of see life's very short, and I just don't want to hang around wishing I did this or wishing I did that and all these sort of different things. I want to do it, you know. And one of the big things that came up, it was funny because, you know, with the YouTube channels earlier, we just want to keep building and building and building, as it were, on that side of things. And, you know, we're probably up for swapping our car pretty soon, you know, and stuff like that. And I am totally keen, really, really keen on getting a lorry. Now, I think in the States, you guys call them tractors, you know, your Volvos and your Macs and all these different vehicles that you've got. What's the bad boys again? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, I mean, you guys in the States, your trucks are awesome. I mean, they're just way beyond. I just absolutely adore it. Kenworths, absolutely adore them, you know, especially those road trains in America and stuff like that. But on my license, I can drive anything up to 7.5 tons with a trailer, 19-seat minibus and all that sort of different things. And a tractor, what we would call a Scania, I think you get them in America as well. A Scania is under 7.5 tons. So I can drive it on my road license, And I just want to do it. It's just something that's really in my head to do. And of course, now that we're doing fishing videos and traveling and going various places, the lorry made a lot of sense. And I was looking at one that's got a double cab, sorry, a sleeper cab, I should say, with bunk beds. And of course, I've driven lorries before. I used to drive 7.5 ton lorries quite a lot in one of my jobs years ago, sort of thing, so I know what I'm doing with it. But I just thought, for the travelling, for the distances, for the the advertisement for the kids, it's just a brilliant buy, absolutely brilliant buy. But again, we come back to storage space, and we've got very good friends, Willie and Sandra Marwick, who keep our boat and they keep our caravan at their farm. They've got one of those big fields. The toy hauler trailer that we have, and the quads are all in the lock-up garage that we have. The motorbikes tend to be sitting here, Land Rover's parked out the back in a private car park, Sharon's car's out the front, And again, it just sort of rolls back into we just don't have the room anymore, and I really want to get moving forward and getting that really decent piece of land so that we can bring everything sort of under one roof and do YouTube videos. Yeah, so I went along with, excelled in some areas and sort of fell behind with others. It's just been a very strange time. And I started a bandit customization, 1200 bandit motorbike for Motorbike Vlogs. I've been running about the 900 Fireblade for sort of long enough, but the bandit, was a job I wanted to do. But of course, when the lockdowns came in and all that sort of stuff, the attention really turned to getting this house done, and getting some, you'll see quite a few DIY dad videos on, because there was nothing else to do. And strangely enough, during that time, we weren't spending money on diesel or caravan holidays or activities for the kids and all that sort of stuff. So we had a wee bit extra, which was just spot on, We'd sort of helped friends in other countries and various things. I don't really like going on about that, but we had a little bit extra cash, So, fitted the kitchen on a budget and did the living room and all sorts of things, And again, just playing back into, we just really need to move. Just wonder if that's mum home. Sounds like an unbailey dog. You'll just have to put up with our barking, guys. She's a yappy dog. There's no doubt about that dog. But yeah, I mean, just speaking of Bailey, guys, Emily and David have their own Birnie Family Fun TikTok channel. And Bailey is pretty much exclusively on it now, I'm pretty sure Spike the Reptiles, and of course Emily's snake is called Elliot. They'll be sort of going on there soon as well. But Bailey has been absolutely awesome. I mean, really, really good. Couldn't have asked for a better dog. I mean, she does everything. And she's funny, and she's crazy, and she's cute, She rolls over, she paws with her right paw, paws with her left paw, both. Lie down, roll over, just absolutely fantastic, And, it's been really good, especially for me, especially for the kids, having Bailey around, it really has given that bit of difference in the home, But yeah, that we've really sort of pushed forward with that sort of stuff for the kids. And again, everything's on a budget. It always is with us, And when we get to a place of success with this, we'll still be on a budget. It's some description, It's just the way things go. But we've really got to get moving on with this. Yeah, what else have I got for you? The book series, of course. The Tribulation Soldier ebook series is obviously the sort of main thrust, is our 16 ebook series. And again, if you're just watching this for the first time, the book series are military ebooks about the end times, about a special forces soldier living through the end times. And again, you say, we just keep coming back to this whole coronavirus thing. You'd think you'd get more done, but I've actually had less done, And we've already got 4 books available in Amazon and various places like that. I always wanted like a quarter of the books on, so readers would really get into it and and get a real eye for the story before we started releasing other books. But I've really held off on the latest book and the book that just comes directly after it. And really, again, guys, it's just you have to go as you sort of feel led to do, and I suppose releasing books at right times is a very important thing. But I think because we've got that cushion of 4 books, and obviously I'm still writing the other ones as well, you know, we can hold off, which is really good. But the series is, I just love the series, and I have to report back, you know, that since probably about 2015, 2016, I've never once had writer's block. I don't want to say that, but you never know. But I've never had writer's block. I just love doing it, and I just really wish I had the time to really focus on it, and here and there. So I mean, the coronavirus season's kind of put that sort of just aside a little bit, you know, doing the odd chapter here and there. But the series is in such a way that all the books correspond. They're all the same friends, the same circle of friends as our main character, the same militaries, and you know, of course, we go try and go every country in the world, I think, as we go through the series and stuff like that. But it does mean that the books have to correspond, and it would just be a disaster area, you know. The continuity between the different storylines, you know, just wouldn't work, you know. So you really need to have your head in the game for that, you know, and really pick a time to write and write and write. But again, I've no real idea when we're going to release this next book. It might be sort of January next year, you know. We always hope to get a book out in January and in August time, 2 books a year. But again, we're just holding off for that. I'm still writing, you know, obviously I write different books, different parts of books, you know, and so whatever way I feel needs to sort of go with that. It's quite complicated. But hopefully when you see it, it'll be nice and simplified. You'll see the amount of work that goes into getting it right, you know, and reading them over and making sure everything corresponds and all that sort of different things, you know. But again, you know, this YouTube channels and this social media platform we have, it is mainly for our future readers to enjoy. Of course, anyone can enjoy it, you know. And one of the big reasons for making the platform in the way that it is that we are very, very keen on generating funds for like our friends in Pakistan and India and places like that, you know, where they've got orphanages. They're out feeding the poor every day, and I mean, see some of the photos, guys, of these, you know, out and about. The people with no legs at the side of the street, and they've got, you know, food for them, rice and chicken and all that sort of stuff, you know. And I just want to hit it. I want to hit it so hard. And you know, the way I put that across within the Tribulation Soldier ebook series is that we'll never ask for donations. That's why we have YouTube channels and various things like that. The hope is that for our readers and us, that you'll have that real satisfaction. If you become a reader, you'll have that greatest satisfaction that that money isn't just going to buy a Lamborghini. You know, it is going towards these things, and going towards these things in a big way. There's so many projects we've linked up with, and there's so many different things, and I just get to the stage where I'm just eager. I want to get going. It's frustrating, you know. But again, maybe just not emotionally and mentally sort of ready for it yet, you know. But that is the plan. And of course, some of Sharon and I's sort of ongoing plans. We used to do a lot of youth work before I fell ill the first time, actually. And we want that children's home. This is always something you can add into what we're doing, you know. And basically just want to help people as much as we can. And the hope is that our readers, our reader base, that's Sharon just back, will feel that, you know, and know that the money is going to a right place, you know, that the money's going, it's not being, you know, thrown down a drain. It is going to people who are going to make it work and make it really fruitful, you know. Friends, very close friends, some are like family members now, the relationships that we've built. But that's really where the bulk, almost all of it, will be going, you know. And you know, that would make me no end of happy. That's success to me. That's what the success will be. Yeah, so big book series, big journey, big online platform. It just always has been, and obviously it's taken a tremendous amount of faith just to follow that vision for the time that we have. It's been some journey, and of course, like I said, I almost died 4 times during this whole thing, you know. So maybe the Tribulation Soldier is quite an apt name, you know. But yeah, I mean, almost emergency surgery, and I could have died with the whole sepsis thing, and then being on the breathing machine, and you know, Sharon just saying he could be brain damaged, or you know, suffer a stroke, you know, because of my temperature and things like that, you know. It really was some time, you know, it really was. And it's frustrating because you feel, in part you feels as though that you're sort of falling behind, but you're not really. It's all part of it. It's all part of the journey to make something happen. You know, it'd be pretty boring if it was uneventful in a lot of ways, you know. But it just has been the way that it is. So many times, you know, I'm really quite faithful in the whole thing and working really hard. Other times you get a bit discouraged here and there, and obviously go through some tough stuff, but still here. Still here, and we're going to keep on pushing until it's done. Right, so Sharon has just arrived back with the Charmaine and kids are all downstairs just getting ready for lunch, and it's about to get rowdy and noisy in this house. Fantastic kids, just pure entertainment, really good fun. But yeah, so hopefully guys I've just rambled on enough just to give you a bit of an idea of where we are at the moment. Again, I just want to say to you, you know, that I don't like the thought of these YouTube videos looking at like, oh, look at them having all that fun and they don't care about this. What we do, you know, those are good times, and I hope that doesn't put across to you that everything's easy. It's not, you know. And you know, with the whole coronavirus season, again, I didn't want to have our social media filled up with coronavirus stuff, but done our best to avoid as much as we can. But I think about it every day, and the people that are sort of going through it, especially you guys that are friends and family in our personal social media and you know, various things like that. You know, thank you so much for your support towards us during this thing. You know, it's awesome. But guys, we will come through it. We'll come through it out the end, and we'll all have some stories to tell, I think. You know. But for now, listen. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, guys, we've got our Birnie Family YouTube channel. We've got Birnie Family Fun for Kids. Check it out, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. That'd be great. But for now, thanks so much.